Yeah, thank you for inviting me. It was a nice opportunity for me to share how we are doing in REWE, this requirement handling. We don't call it requirement, by the way, we call it initiatives, like you already mentioned. So I will take the advantage that my predecessors already mentioned some of the principles, and then I will hack on that. So first about me, as you can notice, I'm Mexican. So you will enjoy my beautiful Mexican accent, hopefully. And then I'm right now working for REWE, but as an organizational agent in Bulgaria. I mean, we are open a new development center in Bulgaria, and I'm there to set up all the processes and all the structures and so on. In Bulgaria, we have there about 25 engineers right now. I have been working there for 1 year and 3 months now, But I have been working for Ericsson for 26 years. I don't know who knows Ericsson. Yeah! Everybody excited, no? Yeah. It's an exciting company. And there, in 26 years, I have been doing so many things. I mean, normally I'm there 2 years doing something, then another 4 years doing something, then another 3 years doing something, because I like to grow as a professional, and also it's very exciting to bring your previous experience to the new area. But I started in Ericsson as a developer and troubleshooter, and then I was growing there and changing. I have been also changing of countries, not just of positions. So I was working in China for a couple of months, in Finland, and now I have been in Bulgaria for 1.5 years almost. And then this is so nice, life is beautiful. But I would like to tell you something. REWE belongs to REWE Group. I mean, I don't know if you can recognize some of these firms. Can you tell me someone that you recognize?
Everybody.
Yeah, of course. Which one?
The Villa is.
Villa, yeah, I love Villa. What else? Merkur. Yeah. So we are basically a retail company, but we also work in Baumarkts, for example, touristics, and then we sell food, but also we would like now to make the competence to Amazon and start selling books and something else. So this is REWE Group, and I'm working for REWE. So I love this one. I would like to go back, but I don't know how.
Long.
Cool. Yeah, Modena, this is working good. I like this one because it's colorful. I love it. I'm Mexican, but we just so then, and we are also working in an agile environment. We have all kind of principles, values. We have teams, and then cross-functional team. So, and then we are practicing all this. And something that we will talk right now is about transparency, and then estimations, and then inclusion, diversity, so and so on. So then I will let you know a little bit about the organization, because I think it's important that you understand how we are organized and why we are doing the initiative handling the way we are doing it right now. So we have the product development teams with one product owner, each one with one Scrum Master. So cross-functional, and several teams can work in, for example, something that we call a squad. One squad is handling one subdomain. So, for example, if we are talking about e-commerce domain, I mean, we have several squads. One taking care of customer checking, other for product delivery, discovery, and another couple of teams working for checkout. So we can have in one squad up to 8 teams working for this kind of subdomain. And then all these squads together working in one domain, for example, e-commerce or fulfillment or platform or data intelligence. So we call it tribe. And then per each tribe, we have someone that is taking care of the processes and improvements and so on that we call. tribe master, we put TM, tribe master, the delivery manager who is taking care that the deliveries are done. They work with microservices. So then chief product owner and we call it basically the CPO, and this is the one who is taking care of all the backlogs and so on, and all the product owners looking for interaction, for collaboration between them. So all together, we have 50 development teams. Some of them are these tribes are not all of them, but some of the tribes. And then in the tribes, on all technology, I mean, all the tribes together have some IT architects, have IT project manager and project managers who are, who are taking care of the complete development of our products. So this is all about the organization. And this is the way how we have been handling the initiatives that pop up in the organization. What has happened up to last year? What has happened is that REWE group, they have several strategies. We have from them several initiatives that we need to cover, several necessities we need to cover, but we have also all our stakeholders. All our stakeholders also bring their own necessities and then give it to the chefs firm, to the team who is driving the whole company. And we have also some kind of projects that we are handling, like projects like all these campaigns that are coming in winter, in Oster, and all this stuff. So they take all this and they prepare this portfolio of initiative for the different tribes. This is the way how they have been doing until the last year. This portfolio is explained to the tribes, and then they start working on that. And then you can ask me, what is the difference? We are doing the same. Up to last year, there was no difference. We were working like this. But in 2018, the leaders, they decide to do it different. They decide to include all the development teams in this nice game, in this nice requirement handling stuff. And then they call it, to this movement, to this new way of thinking, they call it Mittelfristplanung. So I will talk about meat-free, and when I talk about meat-free, I'm talking about this Mittelfristplanung. Okay? Good. And then, let's do it. First of all, they say, okay, we still have our initiatives, something that we would like that the people do, because it's need for that, legal requirements, competitor requirements, things like this. So still we would like to give the people some self-organic, some goals that we would like to achieve during the next year. But what we will do different is that we would like that all the people is involving in developing the portfolio. We will not do it alone anymore. We would like that every developer, every squad, every tribe is there, listen and help us. So this was the aim of the whole exercise. And then you can see gemeinsam and cross-functional. And then we start to thinking, how can we do that? And then the first thing they do is on Monday morning, at 9 in the morning, after a very nice lunch, all together, all the 1,000 employees together, we take breakfast. Good. And then the leadership team, they come, they explain us the objective of this year. They explain to everybody who was there. Everybody was there. Everybody was there. Developer, architects, and so on. We believe that everybody in the company should understand what the objectives are, and they are clear and they are understandable for everybody. So everybody was there, and very important for the employees to understand is what is wanted and why is wanted, what is the value. And then they explain this to us one morning, of 3 hours, 4 hours, they explain it to us, and then they explain us the process. They told us how can we contribute to the portfolio. These are just the objectives, but how can we as developers or Scrum Master or Product Owner can contribute to form the portfolio. And then this was the process, I will explain it to you. This process took 1 week, from Monday to Friday. Then in this week, we should be ready with a portfolio proposal. Not just from the initiatives that we are receiving from top down, but with the initiatives that the teams have from bottom up, because the teams has a lot of ideas. They also would like to improve the product. They also have good initiatives. So we would like also to add it to the portfolio. So they explain us, and then we start running. And then the first meeting, the first 2 days, we start to discuss it. And we made a list for thema of all the initiatives that they gave us, and this we did it for tribe. And then the ones that they gave us, and the ones that the developers bring, the product owners also bring initiatives. And we put it all there in the sticky notes. I mean, this sticky notes is really true. I mean, the people is not happy when the sticky notes do not stick. This was an impediment. So we buy very nice, very good quality sticky notes, and then we use it, we put everything there. And then they start to making some kind of prioritization based on value. Without still estimating nothing in this moment, they were just sorting. Is this initiative more valuable than this one? Yeah. Then and this was relative sorting. It was no value, still nothing, until the next step. So then inside of this one, we start to using something that we call cost of delay. I don't know if you have heard about this one, but I know so many companies are using it right now. The cost of delay, that is a very quickly estimation of how will be the cost if we don't do the cost of delay. We take several elements and we do it. We sort all the initiatives despite the thema, despite the area of improvement, and we sort it in just one line. Just imagine the people. I mean, I would like to say that the teams that you did this one was not the development teams alone. We formed in this way one cross-functional teams. And in this cross-functional team, it was one Scrum Master to moderate, product owners who belong to the tribe, key developers who also would like to contribute there, architects, UX people, and the stakeholder. Business people was there as part of the team. So this team was alive for 1 week, and they worked all together. Because as Almudena showed with this one, we need to know all the point of view of the people. So diversity for us is a key. So then they made this list, and they make a prioritization based on value and the cost of delay. They still do not calculate any EBIT or anything, not yet. We say we will not do it for each initiative. We will take the top 10 or 15 initiatives, and this one we will take to the next phase. And in the next phase, we will make the calculation just for these initiatives. So all together, agree that these were the 10, 15 most important initiatives based on all the data that they collect. Yeah, Scrum Master was key there because it was the one who moderates, who takes notes and so on. And the Beber tool, it was Tom later by the experts on this one. So then, what was the next one? Then we start to guess estimate. What? Just the 10 one out of the 80 that has been collected. Just this one, and this is important. We minimize waste as much as possible. We do not estimate something that we are not secure, that we need to estimate now. So we estimated, and we made this impact directional so that we can do scoping. So as this cross-functional team was together, so they can work in small sub-teams, and then the sub-teams works like follows. Developers and architects, delivery manager, product owner, they come, take the initiative and say, how many team weeks do we need, more or less, guess estimation, to develop this initiative? Guess estimation, 2, 3, 11 team weeks. So, are you familiar with these team weeks? No? We have teams of more or less 6 to 7 developers. And then it would say this initiative can be developed for a standard team in 10 weeks. This was our guess estimation. Of course, the strategy, how the initiative will be developed, this is discussed later. Right now, what's important, how many weeks do we need to develop this? And that's what's really important, to have the developers there, and the architects and the product owners, because they know. They are the only one who know. The Fachleute, they don't know it. They know how much money they would like to make with this initiative, but they don't know how to estimate how much effort do they need to invest. Just the teams know that. So they estimate this on 10 weeks. So the people who is expert on doing this business analysis, estimation, and so on, with EBIT, with money who will enter the company because this initiative and so on, have been estimated by people who has expertise on this one. So then, what is these people doing? UX, what do you think? Why these people is important in this step and in the previous? So, for example, how much it will cost, how feasible it is for us to do it? How much revenue could this bring? It's valuable for the company, but the other that also you mentioned was, is this usable? Is this usable? And that's the reason why we decide also to have in this cross-functional team these people, UX, user experience people. So to say how usable, this is usable really? Does the customer really want it in this way? And so on. And then from here, they could scope in or scope out. They can get rid of some initiatives that were already on between these 10, 15, and they can maybe bring another one who didn't enter into the first round. So this was the second round. Okay, good. Then, what happened with initiatives who has cross-tribe relationship or dependencies? So at the end of the second day and at the end of the third day, all the product owners, scrum masters, the architects, they came together at the end of the day and they start to sharing to see if there are some cross impacts, so some appendix card or some dependencies. So this is important. And then something new can pop up, some more initiative, maybe some initiatives need to be break between the different tribes. Good. And finally, so all this together, all these people together, after resolving or defining the relationship between initiatives, they could take them and put it in the portfolio list. This portfolio list is what emerged from the whole company. And this portfolio list, it will be given to the leadership team, and the leadership team still need to do some requirement with other premiums, and they make a fine tuning, and finally we have our portfolio list. But this is important. It was clear for the very beginning that the capacity was, for example, I don't know, 1,000 of weeks, 10 weeks. They say, this capacity is for this next year, but life is tough. And you already listened that the world is changing too fast, and 1 year is too much. Now you have something, and tomorrow you can have something else. And so they say, okay, we will not fix our capacity to the whole portfolio that we have. I don't know, 120 initiatives. What we will do is we have our capacity, and our capacity is fixed. It's going to be so many thousands of 10 weeks. But what we will not fix is our content. We will make sure that we keep flexible. We will take the 20% of the initiatives that we know are on the higher, on the top. This one we will now to commit, and we will commit the 10 weeks of the capacity that they need to do it. What we will do with the other one, it's going to stay flexible. It's going to stay there. If some more initiatives pop up, if some more initiatives fell down, so we will keep it flexible. And see, this is a big change. You can see, for example, in 2017, most of the capacity was, let's call it fixed, was not flexible. Then we changed this the next year. But for 2019, most of the capacity, or 80% of the capacity, was flexible. So that means we create a portfolio backlog, a backlog of initiatives. And this is living, this is alive. Because then, right now they have 1 week of hack week, they call it hack week. All the developer comes together, they stop working, they dedicate 1 full week to create and bring new ideas. What happened from this hack week? We have a new idea that we evaluate, and we say, yes, this is, so that's why it's flexible. This is important. So, I didn't put number of hours, so because of course I am not allowed to put number of hours, also not numbers with money, but I can put how much do we invest in this me-free. Do you remember what me-free means? Yeah, cool. Because I don't remember it. So good.
I can help.
Yeah, thank you. No, I remember it, but it's not easy to remember. 11 weeks. That's the investment we did in this big exercise with everybody in the company. It was really great. So at the end, we make a retrospective with all the people who participate. We didn't do one retrospective. We did a team, cross-functional team retrospective with the people who was forming the team, and then we pass all the finding to the next step. So at the end, we have a big list of improvements. It was not good enough. We can improve. It was good, but can be improved, and this is important. So this Kaizen mindset is needed. The people came all together, yes, we are happy for this can be improved, we have new ideas, and from this retrospective. So we have something that we call a living portfolio backlog, and the handling has been clarified. Now, this is the process. It's in every window, in every wall for each tribe, everybody knows how can they bring new initiatives. Everybody knows how the initiative is flowing through the Kanban board. We have a Kanban board, a physical Kanban board, And what is measured, what is important, what is estimated, how to estimate the initiative. Every Monday, every team, some team on Tuesday, but one per week, the teams came together in front of the initiative Kanban board, and you ask them, does anybody has a new initiative? Does anybody would like to say something, any idea? And then, if someone have it, this idea enter to the process. And then we run the machinery every time. Why? Because one of the feedback was the process was too long. 1 week, everybody, and then another week for the people, experts, to do the refinement and so on, was too much. So we would like to do it more often. We would like to really having a constant process across the year. And then, key for us, something that we have learned is the process should be clear to everybody. In the past, just the people, business analysis people, just the people there, and they know how this was done, how they created. Now it's clear from everybody how we should do it. The portfolio is visible. Everybody knows where the initiative is. If there's a big initiative, it has been broken. Which teams are working in which initiative, and all this. So, and this is key. When everybody contributes, the people feel engaged. The people feel responsible for what we are doing together. So this is one experience. What we are doing now is we are changing a little bit. Now in this year we will use, or we are already using the objective key results. And then we are receiving objective key results, OKRs we call it. And then we break it, and so it's another. But next year we can talk about it, and I can tell you this story, how useful it is. Important. Always make it better. Always make it better. Ask the people and make it. This is an overview of all what I have told you. So, unfortunately, I cannot share all these slides with you. I can share some of them because this material, as you can see, is in German. That means it's from the company. But I will share the ones that I can share with you. I will, with pleasure, share with you. So, thank you very much.